Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel, Carolina's Creations Handmade. The perfect place for you to learn how to make beautiful things of your own. So make sure if you're not a subscriber, you click the red button down below. And also, please click the bell button down below so you don't miss any of my videos. And today I want to share with you how to make this beautiful and super easy magnetic paper clips. I showed them on my Traveler's Notebook last share video, and you guys asked me to show you how I make my magnetic paper clips. These ones I made very simple. These are made using tags that I cut out of white cardstock using an Avriel die. I watercolor them ombre style, and I stamp on 2 of them, and then I added some mini word stickers that I made on my computer on the smaller ones. I make my magnetic paper clips mirror-like, meaning that I have the same shape on both sides, but you don't have to do that. You can actually make one side into a fishtail banner. Just cut that area into a fishtail banner, and it will show a fishtail banner on one side and your tag on the other side, or whatever shape you want to use. So for the magnetic paper clips, you're going to need whatever shapes that you make at home. You can use your punches, your dies, etc. And then you're going to need scissors, and you're going to need your magnetic sheet. This one I bought off of Amazon, and this one is adhesive backed. It's really good because it's not very thick. And it's not very thin either. It's a really good one for this. And this is the one I use to store my dies also. You can find them at the Dollar Tree too, and they're less expensive. So you're also going to need your cutter, and you're going to need cardstock. I'm going to be using here printed cardstock because I want to show you how you can use one side with the shape you use and the other side with the printed cardstock that you can cut into a fishtail banner. It's really important that you don't use cardstock that is too flimsy because you want it to last. Also, if you're doing it mirror-like I'm doing here, you don't need to have printed cardstock because it's not going to show. So I'm going to use on this one an eyelet at the top and some trim to make it prettier. And I want this one to stick out of the notebook, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. And I want to show you here, I don't do a lot of volume. I don't make them too puffy because remember, this is going to go inside your notebooks and you don't want to have a lot of bulk in there. Unless you don't mind that, and if that's the case, then go to town and decorate them as puffy as you want to. And as I said before, I don't recommend that you use cardstock that is too flimsy, especially for the backing where the magnet is, because you want it to last long. So use a cardstock that is sturdy enough. This tag measures around 2 inches and a quarter on the area that I want to magnetize. So I'm going to cut a strip of cardstock that measures 3 inches by 3/4 inches roughly. And you can see here how I plan to use it. I usually leave around a 1/4 inch space around the tag or whatever shape I'm using, and then I add magnet to the rest. And now I'm going to cut a strip of magnet that measures the same width, but it's not going to be the same length. We're going to cut it a little shorter, so it measures a little over 1/8, but less than a 1/4 inch shorter than our cardstock piece. And I'm going to show you here how I do it. I lay my magnet on my strip of cardstock where I want it to be, and then I turn it around and I cut my piece of magnet so it's cut to size. Now we're going to cut it in half, the magnet piece, and then we're going to figure out which side rejects and which side attracts. There's a side that rejects, as you will see here, and then there is a side that attracts each pieces together. Once we figure out which side attracts, we're going to keep them that way so we can adhere our magnet and it works properly. I keep them together this way, and then I grab my piece of cardstock and I remove the backing on one side of the magnet so I can place my cardstock and adhere it to it. I burnish it because I always want to make sure that it's adhered properly. So once you do that, keep the magnets together and remove the backing from the other piece of magnet. So just make sure that they stay together and just place them right. And then bring the rest of the cardstock to the magnet area so you can adhere to it, as I am doing here. And now I'm going to score only on the magnet area. Don't score past that area. You don't want to score towards the end because you don't want to break the fibers of the cardstock. So as you see here, you can cut a fishtail banner on this area, and that banner will show on one side of your page, and then on the other side, it will show the tag. Now I'm going to adhere my magnet, and what I do is I use wet glue. I'm using Art Glitter Glue, that's my favorite glue, to adhere it because it gives me some time to wiggle it around and move it till it's placed perfectly. And now I'm going to open it and I'm going to burnish it. And you can see here how it's looking. So since I'm going to add another tag on top of it, I don't need to have decorative cardstock for it. But I wanted to use it so I could show you how it could look on one side using the tag, and on the other side making it a fishtail banner so you don't have to use two tags. And I plan to add the trim at the top so it looks cuter. Now I'm going to apply glue again, and I'm going to adhere my other tag on top of it. I'm going to burnish the inside again so I make sure that it's adhered properly. And then I'm going to show you this design is different than the one I showed you in my prior video. This one has the tops that touch each other, so you're not going to be able to open your magnet paper clip all the way. But it opens wide enough that you can use it without any problems. As you see here, it looks adorable and it works perfect. And you can actually clip several pages with this little magnet. And you can see at the top, it shows past the notebook. So I'm going to put an eyelet and some little trim in there so it looks a lot cuter. So how do you like it? I love making these little things. They work perfect. And they are so decorative, and you can make them any shape, any size, any color. You can make them from scratch. You can use your stickers or anything you have to decorate. And here are the bigger tags. I stamp on them, keep going, you're almost there, and strong is beautiful. And for these tags, this one measures 3 inches by 2 inches on the area that I want to magnetize. So I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock that measures around 5.5 inches and 1.5 inches in width. And then I'm going to cut the magnets so they can fit, leaving a little less than 1/4 inch in between. And then I'm going to stick it to it and adhere it to the tag as I did priorly. And as you see here, I'm not using a very nice decorative paper, or it's not my favorite one because it's not going to show. So you don't need to use it. And this one again won't open all the way because the tops touch each other, but it opens wide enough that you can use it perfectly. And it looks so adorable. And it's so easy to make. I hope you like my video. I hope you like my tutorial. If you did, don't forget, click the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment on the comment section, and let me know how you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back here soon for another video. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Mwah.